what's up, and welcome back to Bougie Banter. I'm your girl, Nisha B. Here's my sister, Tasha Too Funny, and my mom, Dr. Fletcher. Real quick, I want to show y'all who is sponsoring this episode. As y'all know, we are here for One Hope Wine, and today we are drinking Moscato sparkling wine. Everyone's glasses are filled. I'll go ahead and put this away.
I remember when I was a kid, used to always plant these plants that would attract so many butterflies.
I still do. I love butterflies. For me, their transformation is a sign of hope. No matter how ugly their past, they can transform into something beautiful.
Are you prepared to beat Summer's mother?
With your criminal record and non-existent work history, it doesn't look good.
What am I supposed to do now?
Make things right with your daughter while you still have a chance.
Generations.
All right, and welcome back to Bougie Banter. So to get the show started today, I wanted to talk about a funny tweet I saw a little while ago where the girl was just asking, should an Uber driver help you with your luggage when you get out of the car? Going to the airport or wherever. Is that something you feel like they should help you with?
It's a no for me. It's a no for me. If you want a luxury service where you get bags, and that's more than an Uber driver. Uber is supposed to be ride shares, like a regular old person giving you a ride where you want to go, and you pay them for a ride. For me, I don't think it should be a requirement. It should be expected. However, if you want a tip from me, you better help me with my luggage. Otherwise, we are done.
Yeah. So I did Uber for one incentive. It was for 3 days, and I quit after the first day because it sucked. But after doing it, I'm not helping you with your stuff.
Absolutely not.
Get out of my car.
Absolutely not.
Get out. Get out of my car. Get out. And if you look for me and think I'm going to look at you like.
Right. Facts. You lucky I popped the trunk for your.
Right. Because if you left dirt in my car, I'm going to knock your thing down. Because don't they rate them too?
Yeah,
don't we get to rate the riders too?
Yeah, it's ride share. It's not a taxi service. It's not a concierge. Is it called concierge? Is that the right word I'm looking for?
Yeah, it's not that easy.
It's not that.
Right. If
It's
you
not
want
that.
if you want it luxury, you pay the
It's
$50 for the black car.
And even then, you're just riding in my black car. But all that bags and all that stuff, that is not included. My back, Nick, what? I've had them help me though, and I appreciate it. And if you help me, I'm gonna tip you. But if you don't help me, I'm not giving nothing. I paid my ride and I'm done. So the tip is if I do extra, because I don't get. So if I give you a ride
That
somewhere,
is for me.
So if I give you a ride somewhere, and you don't have a bag, I don't get a tip. Well, I don't catch Uber unless I got a bag, so I don't have to even concern myself with that because usually I'm going to the airport. We went to the wine fest. We took an Uber. Did you tip? Because I didn't pay. So
I paid and I did not tip.
Oh
wait, did I?
I hope so.
I might have.
Well,
I don't tip a lot.
I think he should have been tipped.
He was funny.
He had to put up
with Tasha.
With first of all, we were coughing because we had a cold.
Oh,
so he had to he had to deal with COVID.
So that's what. No, I did not have COVID.
He don't know that.
But the fact that he dealt with coughing, not to mention, Tasha was a little bit tipsy.
Listen.
And he had to listen to her conversation, which was, I feel like he deserved to be tipped.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to listen to somebody who's
Anyway,
pretty
back
drunk.
to the topic. So your Uber driver drove through airport traffic and had to deal with that. And because they didn't handle your bag as well, they don't deserve a tip.
Well, I've never had one that didn't.
I think that's a bunch of balogna.
Well, I'll say this. Every time I do any Uber or any service like that, I've always, whatever tip they kind of throw up there, I just go with that.
Okay, well, since we talking about tips, I just wanted to ask. Do you all tip your hairstylist, your nail tech, do you tip everybody?
So I'm the type, I tip everything. Even if I'm doing a pickup order, I leave a tip.
Right.
I'm literally ordering the food online and I'm coming to pick it up and I still leave some type of tip.
Oh
I
no,
don't.
no,
I
not for
don't.
that. Not for
I don't.
pickup
Yeah,
order, but not if I picked up.
I pick up every time.
Nope. Because who the tip go to?
It goes to the house.
You didn't have a server.
Yeah, it goes to all of them. They don't make that much, so I
Oh.
do make it a point to tip every time.
I don't.
I don't tip. I don't tip for pickup order, but I tip everybody else. My hair, my nails, unless I hated it. If I absolutely hated what you did with, or I absolutely hated the service, I absolutely hated the results, whatever the case is, then I won't tip. I'll just pay for what you did and never see you again. But I'm not going to tip because I want you to know I don't like what you did. But for the most part, now do you tip 20%? No.
If I have to sit there and add it up, I don't know. I usually go by whatever they have already listed on the thing. I just pick one, or I round up. So I don't know if I'm doing 20% or not, but I do whatever is an even number, so I know exactly what I got it for. Some kind of
Because
service,
I'll tell you right
restaurant,
now,
or something like that.
if I go out to eat with somebody and you don't tip, you never going out to eat with me again. Ever. I'm
Well,
done
usually
with
you pay for the whole thing anyway, so
I usually do pay for the whole thing. Like, to me, if you didn't want to tip your server, then you should have ordered a pickup. You
Yeah.
know, you tip your delivery driver, you pay a delivery fee. So your server should also be compensated for serving you, for running back and forth, for getting you extra silverware and extra napkins and whatever else, specialty requests for relaying your specialty requests to the kitchen, so on and so forth. Always tip them. But if you don't tip, baby, you will not go out with me ever again.
all right, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. All right, welcome back to Bougie Banter. I'm your girl Nisha B, and we're gonna continue. So, the next topic I wanted to cover is: can women and men be friends even after having sex? If y'all have been friends with benefits, hooked up, anything like that, but it didn't work out, you try, it didn't work. Can they be friends? And can you be in a relationship with someone like that?
I'm going to start this off. Let me first start by saying it's been a long, 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 long time ago for me. But I'm not going to say every, not like it was a lot, but I don't know, not for me. I don't want to be your friend. I'm done with you. So there's no need for us to communicate in any way. We're done. Okay, well, what about Facebook friend?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like how when you say friend, you don't have to necessarily be talking on the phone. Hey, girl, let's go meet up for dinner or whatever. You can also be social media friends, liking each other's pictures and statuses, and just keeping up with each other's lives in general. I don't think I am. I don't know. I don't think I am anybody's that I am Facebook friends. No, I don't think I am. I mean because again that was a long time ago, but I haven't friended or had them reach out to friend me. Nope. I do have a few uh social media friends who were, past lovers. For the most part, I know because I am married and I respect my marriage. And I know I use my own better judgment on what is appropriate and what's not appropriate. I know for me, I'm 35 now. If we dated when I was 17, it's really anybody I might possibly think like, oh, he kind of cute or he turned out well. Anybody I dated when I was 17, 18, they in jail now. So it doesn't make, trust me, my husband ain't got to never worry about anybody coming back from my past that might tempt me. But anybody who I think might try, you're on the delete block list.
I'm trying to think if I have. Well, so I have a few. Well, not that many, but I have like one that I did not block or he didn't block me, but I had to let him know we are not friends. Okay. You are welcome to still watch me be great on my social media,
Right,
but you are
right.
not my friend.
Right.
This ain't no friendship. We won't be hanging out. You will never see me in person again. Unfortunately for you, that is your loss. And that's the only punishment I can give you. You'll never be graced by this ever again.
But what if you separated on, we just
Positive
don't like each
terms?
other? Yeah, like we just don't like each other no more, or whatever, something happened and we just.
And that's the thing. It wasn't a hate situation, but it was more of a situation where I don't believe in moving backwards.
Mhm.
So after being on that level of intimacy for me, you know, our intentions must not have been the same because at the end of the day, more than likely, I got hurt in that.
Right. That's how I feel. If you
Right.
hurt me, if you made me cry before, we can never be friends again.
Right. Even if you did make me cry, even if now it'd be like, okay, all right, now I'm so yeah. I do have one other that I am cool with, and if it was a thing where we went to hang out, I would hang out with him. But I know that there is nothing to come from it, so it's a little different because it's like you're not my friend though. He's still not my friend, That was that situation, but he's not my actual friend.
But it would still be. It's not a situation where it's like, oh, he's just my friend. We have like interests. No, this person is someone you would still flirt with. You still find very attractive, and if one thing led to another, you would let it go there. So that's not a friend.
Yeah, that's definitely not a friend.
That's not a friend, and that's not a person that you would associate with once you're in a relationship.
Right.
So those
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
so those people, because I do have people on my social media who were, but in my mind, that version of Tasha, she's dead. Really, she's long gone. You can't. There's but anybody who I feel like, ooh yeah, oh yeah, delete block, delete block, delete block.
Well, I ain't married yet. I'm still out in these streets single. Okay?
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
so I don't know. I can't. I think once I'm now okay. So for instance, when I'm in a committed relationship, or I believe I'm in a committed relationship because y'all ain't right. You dogs ain't loyal. So when I believe I'm in a committed relationship, I might be still social media friends with them, but I'm not reaching out. There's not gonna be no let's hang out. Because I
Right.
know what could happen if we did hang out.
Anybody who I think might disrespect my husband in that way and might send me a long message, you was always the one who got away. You delete and block. Delete and block.
Anything else, D?
Nah, I mean, I just been with your father so long. I don't have anybody that no.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want my person to have to be even considering being comfortable with something like that. I wouldn't want that for them. So I daggone sure don't want it for me because I'm very territorial about what's mine, and I'm not sharing with nobody.
So, no, y'all can't be friends.
Um,
No.
yeah, because every so-called friend tried to talk to me at some point, so I know it's a no. So yeah. All right, we'll be right back. All right, and welcome back to Bougie Banter. All right, so for the next topic, I wanted to talk about so dressing for your body and following trends.
I miss the times where people and women would dress according to what is flattering on them rather than I see it, I like it, I bought it, I'm going to wear it. I know I grew up in a time where, if you were wide on the shoulders, then you wear A-line dresses because that complements your figure. Or I have a round face, so I wear square or cat eye sunglasses because it complements my face. I am brown skin, so I wear yellow colors because it brings out my skin. But now it seems like it don't matter what you got going on, you put it on.
So
And it doesn't look good. And now if you happy not looking good, that's fine. But I don't like them trying to force this
oh, I look good.
So like
No,
basically
you don't.
praising how it look. And here's a picture example of a picture in that we're basically talking about. Something of it. Right.
That one.
And you know, I feel like you know, if you're not going if it's not necessarily something that you wanna first of all, I'm feeling this Moscato. And I'm getting a little low. Half another bottle. But yeah, if you're not going to necessarily wear something that complements your body, that's fine. But I think it more so becomes an issue when when it's in public in a like non-traditional like I feel like okay, so if I'm wearing my bikini, you know, and I'm looking super cute for the beach, I'm at the beach or you know I'm in my house or something like that. But Walmart, like you know, this is an ongoing thing in Walmart and places of that nature. So I just feel like
But it's not just Walmart. It's the water park where kids are. Everybody got to have a thong on. Everybody's cheeks are out. They don't care if they got cellulite. They don't care. And I understand. I want you to love yourself and I want you to love your body and I want you to feel happy and I want you to feel confident. So it's really hard for me to say this, but what happened to tacky? We don't. We it's not tacky. Everybody's
Okay. Tacky hasn't gone anywhere.
Right.
But
still tacky.
this is the thing. It's tacky to those who see it as tacky.
mm,
And I see that some people are saying, I may never be this size 5. I may never be this size 5. So does that mean that I'm never allowed to wear a bikini because I'm never going to be a size 5? Now, I feel like you got to be very confident in yourself to put that bikini on being a certain size. I don't have that confidence.
absolutely not.
So it wouldn't work for me, but I can still see their perspective. So I am never allowed to wear or certain things because I'm not the size that society says I should be. So I do understand their perspective. I am not ever going to be that person. I mean, honestly, I will never be that person I'm going to always only wear what I really believe compliments me because that's who I am. I still think that other people have a right to be who they are. It works my nerve a little bit when I am forced to see your behind and all of this. But and that comes from honestly any size. I don't want to see your behind.
yeah.
I don't care if it's a 24. I don't care if it's a size 5. I don't want to see your behind. But I do agree that people have a right.
So look a mess.
They have a right to look a mess.
So I'll say this: I am that fine auntie, and I've been all kinds of shapes and sizes because I've been up and down in my weight for a while. And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm wearing that thong bikini to the little pool, and I don't care about them kids. F them kids and F you too. Okay? Because I'm wearing this bikini if that's where I so choose to be that summer. Because I am single. I'm ready to mingle, and there's a lot of single daddies who take their kids to the pool. And maybe I want to meet a single daddy in the pool.
She don't want none of them daddies. Don't
Sure
even
don't.
front. She don't want none of them daddies.
I think what it is. I am. I guess I am my own self, and I am the way that I am, and I have my perspectives and opinions, and I'm a little bit more conservative than a lot of women.
You're more
And-
conservative actually than Nika.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll say
definitely.
this. I've grown. So I feel like this. All right. I feel like everybody goes through the stages because I've even seen posts on Facebook where people are like, I hope everybody gets to the point of like dressing really classy and blah 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 blah. The whole Sophia Richie thing is a trend now where she's supposed to be, I guess, dressing like old money. So she's, you know, dressing a certain style and she's taking on that certain aesthetic. And everybody's like, oh, I'm trying to be like, you know, Sophia Richie, blah, blah, blah. But if that's not where you are in your journey, there are so many different, like, there are so many different parts to women. We can be so many different things. If you want to be a little thotty for a little bit, go through that season. It's okay. It's a part of you maturing and growing as a woman. Like, I am the cheek girl. I was very much thong bikinis and cheeks, and that was just me. That was it. That was what I wanted to post because at first I was doing fitness, but then I said I kind of look good, and I said, wait a minute, cheeks, I look great, and that's what I wanted to post. That was me. But then when I got to a certain stage, I said I don't want to do that anymore. That's not who I am anymore. That was a phase. I'm done with that phase, and I'm ready for something different. And then I have that right to choose to do something different.
I'm saying even with tacky. Taste you grow with.
That's
Okay,
true.
but
That's true.
what I'm saying is, I understand she does have room to grow, and she can grow, and she will continue to grow. We all are growing.
But you're saying right
However,
now,
it looks a mess, and I'm gonna call it what it is. Just the same way,
Mhm.
if you seen a teenager with, you know how they maybe chop their hair off or shave it off on one side, or it's purple
Yeah, I
down the
remember
middle
that.
or blue down. A mess is a mess.
I
Now,
remember that
granted,
phase.
it's a phase.
Mhm.
Granted, you're young. Granted, you're allowed to grow. And granted, I'm 35, and I'm gonna say, "Ooh, that looks a mess. Ooh, that looks terrible."
And and I don't think there's anything wrong
And
with.
it is.
I don't think it's anything.
what
I
you're
don't
saying
think
is
it's
that
anything
you.
wrong with
Oh, so are
everybody
you
having an
saying that
opinion.
you should be able to say the truth?
Yeah.
Your
and
truth.
I.
Yeah.
If she don't want nobody to say, "Girl, you look a mess," then she need to go in the house.
But and that's the good thing. Everybody is allowed to have an opinion. It is what it is, and you allowed to take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, and I like as far as the whole point of being able to evolve. As far as I'm concerned, I like that because like I said, I've gone through my phases, and I'm in a different phase now.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what my next phase will be, but I have that freedom to grow and to change my style however I see fit. And some people gonna say it looks a mess, and that's okay. That's your opinion, but your opinion don't pay my bills, so who cares?
Sure don't.
Everybody's opinion is gonna be what it is. No opinion is incorrect. It's just an opinion. It's just that, and let it roll off your back. All right, so we'll be right back. And we're back, and we're gonna go ahead and change topics, and we're gonna head over to: can men be loved without money? And to counter that, can black men be loved without money? And can black women be loved with a lot of money? And before I pass it over to y'all, I do have an opinion. Um, I feel like yes, black men without money can be loved because they are loved every day. And I feel like no, black women with money cannot be loved because there are so many successful, beautiful black women out here doing it that have no person. Because when you reach a certain level, men are extremely insecure, in my opinion. And because of that, they run away from women who challenge them to step it up and be better. So I'll pass it off to whoever wants it next.
I think that both can be loved in both situations. Men can be loved without money. They're loved all the time without money. I mean, I know so many, I ain't gonna call them bums, but so many men who literally live from, they call like, you in a, what's it called when you're in a, I can't remember, was a relationship basically based on needing housing,
Yeah.
and they jump from, couch to couch, woman to woman, or even, fresh out of jail, in jail, so on and so forth. And they have girlfriends and so forth. But I think the same thing for women who have money. I think the problem is that everybody wants to change somebody else. Women with money want him less successful, less money, to accept her and to not feel intimidated by her money, instead of just dating a man who's even more successful than her, or who sees her success as not an issue. Problem is that as a woman or as a man, you want the person who does not agree with you, want to force them to agree with you. No.
I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like, okay, for instance, I'm on dating apps right now. I am single. Salute. And okay, so the one guy I met on Hinge, I matched with him, and he was a cute guy. We were having a conversation. It was going good. And then he asked me, "So what do you do?" And I proceed to list the things that I do. We're on a podcast. We have a magazine. We have a charity. We have a production company. So we have these 4 different companies floating right now. And then I do my own social media stuff. And then also I have a job because, that covers my other stuff. And I'm telling him all these different things. When I tell you, I have never gotten unmatched so quickly in my life. But it's not because I'm telling you be less or step up and be more. I'm just saying this is what I'm bringing to the table. I'm not saying what are you bringing to the table. I'm just saying this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that I do. These are things that I love. And, they are my jobs. And that's just what it is. But it made him feel like less.
But
He felt intimidated. I've had guys on these dating apps, when I tell them, okay, well, here's my 5-year plan. I want to have children. I want to be married. I want to move up in my business. I want to continue to get investors in my companies. That is what I want in my next 5 years. And I want to get a condo. It's not that hard. It's not that big of a deal. Most of those things I'm already working towards. So it's not like it's something brand new in the next 5 years. When I tell them these things, they say, well, how can you balance the family? I'm a woman. What can't we do?
right.
So are you telling me that I should be less of an amazing woman as of my birthright? Because you can't step into your masculine energy and be the man you are literally designed to be?
I don't think that's what he's. I think he unmatched you. He said we're not a good match. We're
But
just not a good match.
But I'm saying that every time I tell people what I do, when I don't tell them what I do, I have no issue with having matches. But the moment I actually open my mouth and say, oh, this is what I do and this is what I desire,
Mhm.
it's a problem.
Because they're not a good fit for you. There is someone who will hear all of those things that you do and say, wow, she is inspiring. Wow, she is ambitious. Wow, she is driven. Wow, she is motivated. But the good thing about it is once you tell them what's going on, they go ahead and say, you know what? This isn't for me. The same way, like how we were talking about earlier, dating men who have female friends and so on and so forth. If they don't have the same beliefs as me, then we're not going to match. We're not going to match because you insecure. And
Well, let's get
I
back
am.
to the question.
Mm.
Can a black man without money be loved?
And can a black woman with a lot of money be loved?
Now, I think Tasha was saying something about, him changing.
Like the women, like the people in these situations want to change the other person.
And okay, so now I feel like when it comes to can a black man be loved, anybody can be loved
Right.
without money, period. Anybody can be loved. However, it is nothing wrong with a woman saying that these are my standards, these are the things that I desire, and if you can't match that, that's not the woman for you.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I don't feel like you should be saying that, oh, I can't be loved. No, you can't be loved by her.
Right.
Or by him.
Right.
We talk about black man being loved. By
Yeah.
that woman, you cannot be loved. And that's okay.
Right.
So you go and you continue looking.
Because you
Now,
can't date me.
And I'm not that one either. I can't be on the struggle bus.
I feel like we've all had that phase and you grow out of it.
I haven't had that phase. I mean, because
I
I can't
had
say
that
that I've been with
phase.
my husband since I was 21. So how much of a phase have I had?
Yeah.
Truth be told,
Mm.
and I met my husband at the job, so I knew he was working.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like the peacock when a female bird is looking, a female peacock is looking for a mate.
Mhm.
He has to show his feathers,
Mhm.
and she decides
Yep.
which man is the one for her.
Right.
So for me, when I was looking for a husband, for somebody who could be the head of my family that I would respect in that position, I wanted the best that I could get. I wasn't
Exactly.
willing to accept somebody who was not even employed, or I don't want to hear that I'm just getting out of jail, and I feel for you, baby, and I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
But that
Black
wasn't
man.
that was not going to be my story.
Fact.
I grew up with a father who was addicted to drugs, so I've lived that life. I've lived that life, and I knew that that was not something that I wanted to experience as an adult, nor did I want my children to experience that. So I selected who I felt, and you have the guys all coming up to you and everybody wants you, but I wasn't going to accept somebody who could not be a good provider. No, I was not going to accept somebody to be the head of the house that I did not even respect, or somebody that's going to be that I'm expected to be submissive to submit to, not submissive, but submit to, and I don't respect you. And I'm sorry if I am with you and I'm hungry. And I'm not even talking about going to some fancy restaurant.
Five-star
I'm
restaurant.
talking about providing for your family. I can't respect you if you can't provide for your family. And no, I would not be with you. So
You can be
there's
loved.
somebody out there who will love you.
Right.
It
Okay.
would not be me.
I can love you as a friend.
Right. And that's the thing. I feel like I can love you and wish you well in your journey to find the person who's going to be it, but won't be me.
But it could be you. It
It
could
won't.
be. It could be me after you get yourself together.
Fine.
Because everybody falls on hard times and things happen and sometimes the light bulb just goes off in someone's head or it just clicks for them and they get it and they start making moves to propel
Mhm.
themselves forward. And it could be me. It could be me, but it can't be me today at this point because I can't entertain you because I'm stressed. I'm a woman. I have anxiety. I make the house a home. But if I don't have the things I need to make this house a home, then that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about how funny you are, how cute you are, how the chemistry we have is so great. No, I'm thinking about life insurance, health insurance, car insurance. That's what I'm thinking about. Now, when all that stuff is taken care of, now I can completely relax in my feminine energy. I can laugh, I can flirt, I can be cute, and do all those things that you like.
What were you gonna say?
But how can I cannot be with someone who cannot, I got to think about my children. We're talking about a family,
Right.
creating a family, and you're not in position to create a family. So it's not that I can't love you because you don't have money. You're not ready for that move.
Why are
And
you even
So
dating?
get yourself together.
Right.
But now, when you talk about a female who has a lot of money, I don't think that it's so much that I think sometimes when a woman who has a lot of money,
Mhm.
I don't think that she necessarily wants to date down. I question because we're always looking for somebody who does have more than you. So I question
Mhm.
if a woman is willing to date down. And a few women that I've seen date down, be sorry later. Because when they break up,
They're catching
He-
that check.
he is suing you like they used to do. The
Mhm.
woman sue him.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a lot to think about.
It is a lot because I think that's part of my thought process is it's kind of like I need to find my person before I get to where I know I'm supposed to be. Because like am I going to be like these other beautiful women that I see that are so successful, that are doing so much and that are single, and sometimes it's not by choice. Like yeah, a lot of them want to be single, but not all of them want to be. So I don't want to be in a position where I am one of the single ones because I am too successful and I'm trying to date up, but if I can't date but so far up because now they're insecure about how fast I might be growing. What do you do then if you are?
But the thing is, if you found someone now and then you became that person, you just going to end up in divorce because
Mm.
because who he is, if he can't handle it, he can't handle it,
That's true.
and that's just on.
Mhm.
If he can't handle it, he can't handle it because you literally nowadays, especially, you literally can go viral on TikTok one day, and on Monday you're a nobody, on Tuesday you're a somebody, and if he can't handle that, then he can't handle it.
It's not gonna work out anyway.
It's not gonna work out in the end. And who wants to be ended up in divorce?
Right.
You know.
All right, and that is it for this episode of Bougie Banner. Be sure to join us right here on the couch next week, same time. Bye.